Alright, Shippo, this is the November 21st quick patch note. Well, it's not going to be quick. Alright, so for 10 series, I didn't do this one, but 1.3EX reorder has been changed to 1.1EX. So you get these ones, and these are crap. Maybe this one, but yeah, that's crappy team. So that has been changed, and then slightly lower difficulty, which is sad. Kind of sad. Anyway, there's that one, and next you got the bark skin. I only have a 9, so I can't claim it yet. But you'll be able to claim it on the, I don't know, next few weeks. I got 10 from here. So you'll get it somewhere, sometime in the future, in 5 more days. So by next week you should be able to get it. Whatever. That's fine, right? Next week, yeah? Yeah, you should be able to get it next week, okay? Cool. If you wanna see it, I think you can technically see it on here. I don't remember it. There we go. That's the skin. That's what is it? Miku skin, whatever. Better than this skin, but I don't like her anyway. She's too flat compared to the other ones. Anyway, that's a skin you can get in if you daily login. So daily login every day, Shippo. Don't forget that. Next one is a lot of update on the unit. Before I do that, so you can put for the background. Now you can put maximum 5, but you need to buy something to 4 and 5. So currently 4, you can change to 5 if you whale, which is a BS in my personal opinion, but you know, the it changed to pick, so too bad. And then you will change to how to display 5, you know, how to change it, everything. Okay, cool. That's easy to understand. New skin, Arden Bark. You know, new Eternal skin, got it. 196. You got the background. You have also the music for that as well. Also, bark skin is there, but it's a free if you actually get it from the, from there. Alright, there's also background skin. Background has been added into purchase, so you can buy them in $25 tunas, and you know, there are some, you know, all these are all pay to get. I'm too lazy to buy it. I don't want to buy it. Space is much better. Alright, so that's the maximum you can do. Now we have to go through the bunch of unit upgrades. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4 unit has been reworked. Let's go through the one of at a time in the upgrade part. So upgrade is on here, but it's only one set of upgrade is the the Tommy Walker, and then you don't use any special thing, so dust basically. It's okay. I have tons of those reordered. So he gets to SS. I still don't like Tommy Walker, so Tommy Walker works as like used to be XP gain and then AP. So let's look at the Tommy Walker. Where's the Tommy Walker? So his first skill It ignores a certain percentage of the armor piercing. So we have to look at the units by itself, because I don't remember that crap by myself. There we go. So it basically ignores the 80% armor ignore, so it's a percentage instead of flat level. And then you can make them unmovable, or if enemy is unmovable or marked, they no longer be able to act. That's pretty good with the Echidna, but the problem is, you know, he's not an attacker, and you need to be on the very front to do this. Like range is 1. All right, this one is increase in damage, 24% increase in damage, increased slightly, was lower, and reducing the speed has been increased slightly lower. Other than that, that's nothing changed. And first XP used to be crossed, now all over the place, and doesn't require the center. Decent. So whenever you start the round, you get a 30% XP, and then the amount of attack defense for enemy is dying is fixed by 50 other than percentage. And if there's a drone in the team, you get a speed in the speed on him, but kind of useless, although he's a little bit slow. So this one is all around, but need to be on the center. Gives 1 AP. Give 0.6 if enemy dies. Include itself. And then if there's a drone, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be in the center. So kind of need to use with drone. Problem is drone is also support. So why would you put 2 support? That's kind of bad. All right, for the fixed skill, increase in attack, increase in defense, and the range +1. That's welcome. What the free is it? I'm trying to see which skill is this. So if you do this one, it automatically does this first and second attack. Decent. And if this one kills enemy, these effect becomes double amount. And if you so basically, you know, the effect of first and second passive becomes double amount. So yeah, it's okay. I wish this range increased by a level 10. It doesn't, which is sad. And still, this is still shitty. I wouldn't use it. The support either has to be really strong or really good, in like AP pump. Doesn't really work. All right, next one is a drone. Do I not have the drone max level? I thought I had it. Next one's drone. And I'm just gonna do it. Don't care. So drone gets all the way to SS. Whatever. Still shit. Because it's support. Alright, so damage and then reduce the range. So basically, let's go here. Let's look at it better. So push it one slot, I guess, one location, and then reduce minus AP. And this one is increasing damage received, 40% debuff resist. So 40% removing the debuff resist, yes, and then minus 24% evasion resist. And then the at level 5, increasing range, and 9. So this one is unavoidable because 999% thing. So debuffer may be okay. So every AGS in the team for the first passive increase the AP. So there's a 5, including itself, 2.5, and increasing the debuff resist 20%, and then permanently debuff resist on the speed. Maybe this one is the unremovable, I think. At the beginning of the round, this is pretty good. Gives the protection ignore. So drone can give just protection ignore to everyone. Doesn't matter location of it. Gives the accuracy. And then remove enemies debuff enemies protection ignore. So gives the protection ignore to ally, remove enemy debuff ignore, and reduce the accuracy. This is actually a decent skill, very unique skill, and very useful. But you wouldn't go with the Tommy Walker. Increases its speed. If there's a Tommy Walker, and then it doesn't die as long as Tommy Walker is around. If you use the first skill, it removes the evasion increase buff. If you use the second skill, it removes the damage reduction removal. Only the removable ones. If it's unremovable, it's not. I can't remember. This one doesn't guarantee hit, but this one guarantees it. So that's decent for that one. Actually, drone is pretty good, but you won't use the Tommy Walker. Alright, next one is the Watcher. We're going all support. Let's go S. Let's go SS. Come on. These are cheap. No dust. I can do it. Honestly, if Watcher's as good as enemies, Alright, first skill, just damage. Mark them. And for hitting, if you hit them, increase in damage received. Remove debuff increase. Good. Decent. Remove the speed or damage received reduction removal to the allies. And gives the 4 round of buff. Depends on the unit. If there's a heavy, speed, light, damage increasing damage received to the enemy. Okay, so that's 5.7% heavy and 9.5 on skill damage multiplier. Yeah. Meh. Alright, so this one, it increases the damage as long as enemy HP is lower. And it supports the heavy light unit. And increase the range. That's okay. And it just uses everyone. Meh. On the second, the one that's get up is that the increase in attack, critical chance, and defense for itself. And if it lands a hit for 2 rounds, it gets the second attack and increase in damage of 14%, but it can be increased by quite a lot, 50%. And also have the armor penetration. Still not good for the thing. For the round start, it gives the exploration, reconnaissance. And if ally have reconnaissance, they get the shield and damage receive ignore to the allies. So if you use Lien, you can apply to that to everyone. And if it re-attack or support attack, and it removes the debuff resistance to the enemy. So this is situational at same level. Technically, this is they're trying to use it as attacker, but it's kind of meh. Not a great damage on here. I don't think it has great damage potential. Right? This one is only a one single target, and it doesn't really remove the protection ignore, so it's kind of meh. It will get blocked by a tank, basically. Alright, the last but not the least, you got the Fortress. So I guess to the SS rank. This is why I want SS Shade. Where's my boy? She got an SS as well. And alright, first skill, marked. You just attack and critical chance. Meh. And well, she's supposed to work as a tank, so it doesn't really matter. And mark, same thing. Increase in damage received, and remove the damage reduction. Yeah, meh. She's not supposed to attack actually. She protects everyone on the behind, except the tank. And increasing the defense and accuracy to itself. And if you change her skill, it changes to differently. Let me just look at the not before that. So at the round start, gives the anti-flying. That's decent because that's a very unique skill. If it get received, if it's a flying or marked or provoked, reduce their damage and then reduce their speed. No, sorry, their evasion. What? Oh, if enemy is a flying, this active that I described before only applies if they use a skill regardless it got hit or not. Very situational. It gives the 50% more higher revive, and then if it dies and revive, it changes its form. And and then it increased the change form buff 50% more. Could be higher, I think. Nope. It can increase the debuff buff resistance, debuff resistance 20%. Debuff resistance, removal buff resistance, and AP. Alright, let's look at the change form. So it becomes the still same damage, reduce the speed. They remove their buff. This one does more damage, reduce speed, and -1 AP. And then it provokes them basically. Same thing, protects the allies that who's not defense, gives defense, reducing damage received. Cannot move. And then it protects the I think column. And this can be removed if you wait a turn. Alright. This one is same as before. Nothing changed. This one, did it change? Yes, it changed. So it increased the every round debuff resist, debuff buff removal resist. If enemy has one or flying unit, it gives the same buff. Yeah, this buff, debuff, and buff resistance to allies as well. And if the enemy has higher evasion than her, she reduced the number of number of it to attack by number of it to move by 1. So enemy has a, and if enemy can attack twice in a row, it can turn down to 1. That's pretty decent, but the situational as well. Whenever it changes its form, it increases AP and then remove all the debuff. Kinda meh still. She'll be very vulnerable to the it's towards me very anti-flying, but still vulnerable to the debuff AP reduction basically. But you know, you have more option now. She's a good tank compared to the other one, but she's better than definitely Gigantes for sure. I think that's it for the entire upgrade. Yeah, I want still my shade to be upgraded, but that's it. Only the I say drone is the probably useful one. Other than that, it's kind of meh. And I'll see you sheep pools later.